All right, 10:01. Let's get started then. So, hi everybody. Thank you so much for joining us this morning. My name is Virginie, and today my colleague Sean and I were gonna answer the question: Is manual palletizing slowing down your coffee production? We're gonna address those different topics today. So we're gonna go through our clients' pain points, the thought process behind all of the solutions we develop with them, and then your next step for operating a cobot pelletizing just like them. So before we get started, a quick word on our clients. So we have Cascade Coffee, we have Napco Brands, and we have Caffè Corsini, which is a brand in Italy. And just so you have a little more context, we wanted to show you a quick video of Cascade Coffee, a brand we have worked with in the past, and we are very proud of the work we've accomplished with them. So let's get started with this video first.
A couple of the things that made the Robotiq palletizing solution stand out. One, the coordinated motion of that seventh axis. The reduced time it's going to take to stack your pallet because the robot doesn't have to stop, raise up to the next height, and then continue. The fact that Robotiq integrated that seventh axis made me feel like Robotiq did more homework than the competitors did. And that led me to believe that there's probably more areas that they thought more about than their competitors did. The other thing is Robotiq uses a fixed mast. So there are far fewer moving parts than their competitors that use a telescoping mast. Plus a fixed mast is far more rigid than a telescoping mast is, especially over time as the guides on that telescoping mast start to wear. The mast on the Robotiq robot requires very, very little maintenance. It requires lubrication once a year and very little at that.
The palletizing solution can stack to a pretty high pallet level compared to competitors, especially when you think of Japan, that's going on a container ship. So you have to cube out for expense. The Robotiq solution can meet that requirement, and the fact that they're so easy for us to program.
All of our operators are very comfortable working with and around the Robotiq palletizing solution. They can recover from situations that they might run into very easily, and they can learn the robot easily. We have operators, we'll show a brand new operator before we have a chance to train them how to work the robot, and usually that takes them 5 minutes or less, and they're off and running.
As a co-manufacturer for coffee, we've got over 400 individual SKUs. We've got dozens of different pallet configurations, and now with the collaborative robots, the speed with which we can change over, you lose no time. It's continuous motion manufacturing. Robotiq lives up to exactly what they promise it to live up to, which is collaborative robots that will make your manufacturing process better, easier, and safer. They make the integration flawless, the equipment, we've had zero issues from a maintenance standpoint. They do exactly what they say they're going to do, and they've made us a better factory just by them being here.
All right, so I'm gonna pass the mic to my colleague Sean, who's a regional sales manager for the rest of this presentation.
Guys, good morning. Thank you, Virginie. So, as mentioned, I'm the regional sales manager for Midwest USA. So I'm here in Chicago currently. So thank you for joining us. Just real briefly on these coffee manufacturers, just to give a little bit more insight, if it sounds familiar to your business. But Cascade Coffee, they're a contract roaster, packager near Seattle. We just heard from them. They have about 120 employees. We're Napco Brands here. That's in Chicago area where I'm at right now. They have about 65 employees. They're growing private label business, and Caffè Corsini is an Italian roaster that roasts basically to 60 plus different countries. So for each solution here, though, they all had similar challenges, a little bit different. We just heard a lot about Cascade's issues, but give a little bit more information on it. Essentially, really high employee turnover. So it's difficult to keep those jobs where they have low engagement, It's a little bit boring work. So then you sometimes run into excessive uh, temporary staffing charges that can really add up quickly. So that's a large issue that we see for pain points. And then the task complexity and performance. So as I mentioned there, they have 400 plus SKUs, dozens of pallet configurations. And then whenever they're trying to manually do this and keep up with it, a lot of times the performance is too low, which causes machine stops and revenue loss. While for Caffè Corsini in Italy, a little bit different. They had similar challenges, but one of the main ones that stuck out was their ergonomics challenge. So they stacked very high packages and heavier boxes, 8 to 9 kilograms. And so they had operators stepping on ladders where they had issues for that for an ergonomic standpoint. And then for Napco in Chicago, mostly similar issues to the others, but the cycle time it was demanding to keep up with. I know I've practiced the manual palletizing, and it is difficult work. It's hard to keep up with it. So you can go next. So does sound like something that you guys have run into, especially as you're scaling up and adding a couple of SKUs. Uh, then that's no longer the bottleneck is in your process, but the actual end of line. So if so, good news, we have a solution that's the same for all those three roasters, and it comes down to our cobot palletizing. So across the solutions, I'll just give a little more detail on each of them. The solution that we had. So for Cascade Coffee, they use one of our local partners, Olympus Controls. So we go through mostly a distributor network. So you have our support and a local contact that's close to as well for UR's deployment. They ran a tight 3-day cycle for deploying. And that 3 days does include delivery, installation, and training. So it's really only several hours that we need to have the line down, which helps a fast install. And then the results for the main area here that we want to look at. So they had a 13-month return on investment with 11 months in their pilot unit. And then now their lines are palletizing 2,500 to 6,500 cases per day. Uh, and leads to higher morale. And they're able to take some of those employees and move them into higher paid technical roles, which actually increase their plant's minimum wage. For Napco, similar. So they use two of our AX10. So that's the palletizing platform with the Z-axis height change for taller pallets. And they saw a 15% increase in productivity, an ROI of less than a year. And now they're palletizing over 1,500 boxes per day. And they're able to move into different areas for their operators without any layoffs, and their efficiency gain let them win new private label business that they wouldn't previously have been able to keep up with. Right, and then for Cafe Corsini, as you mentioned, the main challenging point that they had was the ergonomic issues. So trying to find a solution that shows up to work every day, right, and is okay with going up to these high heights. So it was very easy to justify for them to not have this ergonomic issue and the potential liabilities that do come with those for climbing ladders all day, carrying heavier boxes. So they would do pallets up to 2.5 meters in height. They would reduce all their ladders to zero. And then we did a 1-day install in a very small footprint. So one thing that is maybe mentioned here is that we do take up a very, very small footprint. And the solution is mobile as well to serve multiple lines as you scale your business and have one line running versus the other. All right. So what's the next step if you want to look at automating your manual palletizing process, which is our lean palletizing experience here, which I'll go into here. So this follows our lean robotics fundamentals, which the author is Sam, who is the owner of Robotiq. He developed it. It lines up with the principles for lean manufacturing. So we're going to put the business first. What's creating shareholder value for your guys' customer and focus on that. And then we're going to start out simple here. So we're going to select the the area that makes the most sense to implement on your facility, the best case scenario, right? Or the one that's causing you the most issues. And then we're going to keep it simple. So we're going to focus on what's really going to increase the return on investment, which typically is getting the robot system working for you as fast as possible so it can start earning back the return. And then because we're using a standardized product, there's no time in also added cost in custom engineering every single component, which is typically overkill whenever we have an off the shelf solution that will solve your needs. And then to kind of go into the steps for the lean palletizing, we're going to start out with our selecting the right fit. So one of our main goals here is to get you guys into our fit tool, which essentially does all the work of confirming a good fit between our series of products and your needs. So you just basically go through and tell us the box size, weight, and the pallet types, and we'll be able to essentially create a simulation, which is the next step here, to show you the results of your setup and confirm a good fit with the palletizing unit that we have selected for you. So as you can see here, we're able to create a simulation. We can handle any kind of guarding, fencing, and your floor layout as well. So we can fully plan before we ever even have to implement or look to submit for capital expense. So that way we can handle a lot of the areas where maybe competitors or other solutions fail on site before we ever even get to that phase. So we can fully flesh out a project on the front end, which is very valuable for robotics. And next, if that's not enough, you want to see a little bit more in action, we have over 200 certified partners across the world. And so we can set up a visit to their facility to use their demo units that they have here to show it to you live. And then last steps here would be starting and then scaling. So one of the main benefits that we have that hasn't been mentioned is our software is very, very easy to use. I did not use much robotics or programming background, and all you do is essentially tell it what stage you're on and your box size, and it's ready to go. So it's very, very intuitive, very, very easy to use, and you have that local plant level capability. So whenever you want to add a new SKU, you want to make changes, or for whatever reason you have some issue, your operators are able to do it themselves. So we would train you guys on it, but it is very, very easy, and you can scale it with confidence. All right, so then next I'll just go into here. Virginia, if you want to give me another click here there for the bottom. This is our palletizing lineup here. So we have our Pal Ready series on the left here. Well, I'll go in the center. We have the AX series, which you saw in the video, which has the seventh axis for adjustable height to build up larger pallets. And then we have our PE series, which is going to be more of like our entry level series without the adjusting height. And then we have our Pal Ready series, which is going to be an out of the box, fully set up system here where we have a smart and feed conveyor to handle the spacing between boxes and also get the box in the same location every time. Main things for you to know, the payload that we do up to is about 70 pounds. This is from our UR standpoint, and then the throughput that we'd be looking at is about 13 cycles per minute and a stacking height of up to 3 meters or 118 inches. And then for the throughput too, we can go faster if we need to. We can pick multiple boxes at a time. We have a lot more flexibility to be able to create a custom solution with a standard product. All right. And then yep, as we're growing, so we have a very, very large network of these palletizing systems already in place. So you're not picking an option of someone that has not done this before. We have over 950 units out in production right now that are palletizing, and we see a repeat rate of over 40%, which is very high for a capital product because typically the return on investment is very easy. It's it's a good look when you're able to reduce costs like that, and it's very scalable to implement on other lines. So when you come to us, you're coming to experts that have it across all the way across the world, not just a couple units out there. Right, and then over here, so we are focusing on coffee today, but understand it's very similar for food and packaging, pharmacy and consumer goods. It's very similar process for the palletizing. So here's just a couple other examples of customers that we are already have palletizing systems at uh, to note. All right, so yeah, we want to keep this a little bit shorter and to the point. So we'll have time for questions here soon, but wanted to mention here the next step if you wanted to look into it. Again, this is going to be quick. You're not signing up for anything from us, but you can scan the QR code there, or you can go to robotiq.com and use our free simulation and return on investment calculation. So it's going to go through that fit check tool that I showed you, where you just simply click through your box sizes, the weight of the box, and then we'll be able to essentially match you up with a solution and then get you a return on investment calculation. So it's very, very quick. If you were to reach out to us directly, this is what we would do, and we'd have you an answer within 15 minutes that you could go and have a return on investment and a cost that you would be planning on for that solution.
All right. Thank you so much, Sean. Thank you. And thank you for everybody listening. Do we have any questions? If you have questions, please just fill it in the question area. We will be happy to take the time and discuss with you. We have a few minutes left, so please just write your questions. All right, I think we have one question here. Sean, are you ready for a question?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So what's the quickest way to read on if my online could be palletized this way, or if I don't want to commit to a full conversation with a sales team?
Yeah. So if you want to go back up a slide, maybe the previous one, it would be that same tool, that fit check tool.
Yeah.
You can essentially just go to website, and it's going to allow you to fill out the information from your line specifically, right? So we don't want to say, hey, this is we want to standardize, but we want to know your information for your line to make sure it's a good fit. And one of the results that you can get, right, is an answer that there is not a fit. So it's a little bit unique that we will tell you that instead of wasting your time. We want to make sure it's a good fit for all of us. So, yep, that would be the first step here, or you can send it over to us.
All right. We have a question from Oscar. Does it only work with boxes we bundle with plastic bags?
So typically boxes are our main area. We can do different. We can do like open top boxes in other areas if it can be picked with end of arm tooling. Then we can typically do it. We are able to use custom end of arm tooling if you guys would like. That's something that we would also be able to discuss with like a distributor or automation partner as well. So yes.
Right. We have another question regarding plastic bags. So we use a plastic bag inside the boxes. Is there any solution to seal the bags before palletizing the boxes?
So if you were looking to seal the bags before palletizing, that would be something that we would get a integrator or an automation partner to handle before it comes to palletizing, right? We want to focus on the palletizing system itself, but we can help guide you towards that. So that's probably a little bit more specific of a question that if you want to reach out, we can definitely get you a more targeted answer based on some past results.
All right. Do we have any other questions? I see a lot of other questions about. All right. Is it possible to palletize two lines with one cobot? If yes, how the layout should be displayed to enable 4 pallet stages, 2 for each line?
Yep. So depending on what you want to do, we have a couple of different ways of going about it. If they're running at the same time, we can want to set up where we would have 2 in-feed conveyors going to the same palletizing cell. I don't know that there's a good version. Do you want to go back to slide 22, maybe?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, there we
I
go.
have this one.
Right there. Yep. So we have 2 in-feed. Essentially, the standard product that has a pallet on the left and the right, so we can build out for product A and product B at the same time. Yes.
All right. Thank you for your question. Do we have other questions? Is it Robotiq by own self-managed to palletizing system? Is it Robotiq by own self-managed to palletizing system? I am not sure I understand.
Yeah, I'm not 100% sure if you could give a little more clarity on
Yes.
that, maybe.
If we can have a little more context, that would be helpful, please. Right. We're gonna wait a little. Is there any other questions? Thank you so much for your questions. Those are all
Yeah,
very
thank you guys.
relevant. Okay. Um, okay, so according, is it Robotiq by own self-managed to palletizing system? According to your picture, maybe you are robot co-work.
Oh, so Robotiq's solution, it uses a UR robot as the robot on the pedestal. So essentially what we have is a package solution that includes that robot and then our software, which is a UR cap. So we're not trying to reinvent the wheel. Essentially, we're able to write in software into UR's program. So if you wanted to add additional programming in UR, you're able to do that. So you're not limited, but it's very easy. So yes, it does use a UR robot, but it is Robotiq's software that we are able to make changes to. So it's they use an open platform, so we have full control over it in the programming that we use. If that helps answer.
Okay. Yeah, thank you. We have another question here, and we're gonna take two more maybe. So if you have your questions, please just write it. Is there any probability that the grip got anywhere and fall down the boxes?
That the boxes could fall off.
Yeah.
So that would be something that we would assess through the simulation. So typically, if we're depending on the speeds we're running, if we're running in collaborative mode, or if we need to go faster, we would do a risk assessment. So that also handles in the box sizes and the speeds for it. So yeah, that would be, I guess, an application specific question. There's always a chance of boxes falling, but we do what we can to minimize that. And we have a lot of advanced software that we can add onto the system to prevent that. So we have contact detection using our force torque sensor in the end of the UR robot as well. So before we pick up the box and move it, we want to make sure that we have the correct force back onto the gripper instead of just picking it and assuming that the suction is on and then throwing the box. We make sure that we have contact with it before we move.
All right. Okay, so I don't think we have any other questions. Thank you again all for participating. And again, if you just want to test our tool, the fit check here to see if the palletizing could be a good option for you, please just scan the QR code and try it. And Sean, thank you so much for your presentation.
Thank you guys. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. Bye.